You make decent money, not rich money, but good money. Enough that you shouldn't be where you are right now, checking your bank account and wondering where it all went. You're not blowing it on yachts, you're not gambling, you're just living. And somehow every month it disappears. If that sounds familiar, this video is for you. Because the reason you're broke isn't what you think it is. It's not the coffee, it's not the takeout, it's something sneakier. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Let's get into it. 1. The income illusion. Here's the first thing nobody tells you. Your salary is a lie, not in a conspiracy way, in a very boring, very painful math way. Let's say you earn $60,000 a year. Sounds solid, right? That's $5,000 a month. Except it's not. After federal taxes, state taxes, and Social Security, you're actually taking home closer to $3,800. You've lost over $1,200 before you've even touched it. And that's before your 401k contribution comes out. If you're contributing even 5%, add another $250 gone. So you're already working with $3,500, maybe $3,600, and your brain is still budgeting like you earn $5,000. That gap right there? That's where the confusion starts. You feel like you earn enough, because on paper you do. But in your account, the number tells a different story. This is called the income illusion, and almost everyone in their 30s is living inside it. 2. Lifestyle creep. Now here's where it gets interesting. Think back to when you were 22. You were probably earning $28,000 or $32,000, and you survived. You went out, you had fun, you managed. Fast forward to now, you earn double that, and you're more broke than you were back then. What happened? Lifestyle creep happened. Every time you got a raise, your spending quietly expanded to fill it. You upgraded your apartment. You started getting Ubers instead of driving. You joined a gym you go to twice a month. You started buying the nicer version of everything. Better wine, better restaurants, better everything. None of these decisions felt big at the time. That's the whole point. Lifestyle creep doesn't arrive in one dramatic moment. It sneaks in $40 at a time. And here's the brutal truth. Most of those upgrades don't actually make you happier. Studies on spending and well-being consistently show that beyond a certain baseline of comfort, more spending has almost no impact on how satisfied you feel with your life. You spent the raise. You didn't feel the raise. 3. Fixed costs are eating you alive. There's a third thing going on, and this one is the most dangerous because it's invisible. Your fixed costs have probably ballooned without you noticing. Fixed costs are the things that come out whether you spend money this month or not. Rent or mortgage, car payment, insurance, subscriptions, phone bill, utilities, student loans. Pull up your bank statement right now. Seriously, pause this video and do it. And add up everything that comes out automatically every month. Most people in their 30s are shocked to discover their fixed costs eat up 70% to 80% of their take-home pay before they've made a single active choice. That leaves you with maybe $600 or $700 of actual breathing room. And that has to cover groceries, gas, going out, clothes, gifts, and everything else that makes up a life. No wonder it runs out. The problem isn't that you're irresponsible. The problem is that your financial architecture is set up to fail you. Too much locked in at the top, not enough left to work with. 4. The 3 invisible drains. Beyond the big stuff, there are 3 specific things that drain people in their 30s that almost never get talked about. Number 1, convenience spending. When you're busy and tired, which in your 30s is basically always, you pay for convenience constantly. DoorDash instead of cooking, a rideshare instead of planning ahead, buying something new instead of finding the thing you already own. Convenience spending is invisible because it feels justified in the moment. You were tired, you were hungry, you didn't have time. But added up across a month, and convenience is probably costing you $300 to $500 you never accounted for. Number 2, social keeping up. Weddings, bachelor parties, bachelorette weekends. Friends who want to try that new restaurant. Coworkers who do the Friday happy hour thing. In your 30s, the social calendar gets expensive. And saying no feels awkward, so you say yes and quietly absorb the cost. Nobody talks about this one, but it's real and it adds up fast. Number 3, deferred maintenance. This one sounds boring, but it matters. When you're short on cash, you put things off. The dentist, the oil change, the HVAC filter. Then one thing goes wrong at the worst possible time, and suddenly you've got an $800 emergency that wipes out whatever buffer you had. Living without a financial buffer means every unexpected cost becomes a crisis, and crises are expensive. 5. The fix. So what do you actually do about it? 3 things. Simple ones. Not because simple means easy, but because complicated plans don't get followed. First, pay yourself before the month starts. The moment your paycheck hits, move a set amount, even if it's just $100, into a separate high-yield savings account you don't touch. Not what's left at the end of the month, the beginning. This is called paying yourself first, and it's the single most effective money habit that exists. If you wait to save what's left, there will never be anything left. A high-yield savings account is the best place to park this money. You'll actually earn interest while it sits there, unlike a regular checking account. I'll link one in the description that I recommend. Second, audit your fixed costs once a year. Set a reminder. Once a year, go through every recurring charge and ask, do I still use this? Do I still need this? Can I get a better rate on this? Most people are paying for subscriptions they forgot about, insurance they're overcharged on, and contracts they never renegotiated. An annual audit typically finds $50 to $200 a month in pure waste, money that could go straight to savings or debt payoff. Third, give every dollar a job. This isn't about obsessive tracking, it's about intention. At the start of each month, decide in advance where your money is going. Rent, bills, savings, groceries, everything else. Once each category is filled, it's done. When your money has a job, it stops disappearing. Here's the thing nobody says enough. Being broke on a good income is not a character flaw, it's a system problem. Nobody taught you how to structure your money. Nobody explained the income illusion. Nobody warned you about lifestyle creep. You were just expected to figure it out. That's what this channel is for. Every week we're going to break down one money concept. No jargon, no judgment. Just the stuff that actually matters for people in their 30s who are ready to stop wondering where it all went. Subscribe if that sounds like you, and I'll see you in the next one.